My family borrowed my inheritance to save their failing business. Years later, I made them repay every cent with interest. You know that horrible hollow feeling when you realize your whole future was spent by other people, and you never even got to touch the money? It doesn't feel real at first. You feel like there must be some mistake, some missing detail, some button someone can press to reverse it. That's how I felt standing in a cramped, greasy restaurant office, staring at the people I'd trusted all my life, while they told me almost casually that the money my grandparents left me was gone. But to understand how we got there, you need to see where I started. Because this story doesn't begin with a bank app or a legal document. It begins with a little girl in a diner booth, being trained to put family above herself so early that by the time they stole from me, I almost believed they had the right. I grew up in that restaurant. And when I say grew up, I mean, I took my first steps between tables. My homework sat on sticky menus. My birthday candles were stuck into free slices of pie, with happy birthday written in chocolate syrup. From the outside, it probably looked warm and charming, one of those, we're all family here kind of places. The walls were covered in faded photos of my grandparents when they first opened, newspaper clippings about local heroes, and old Polaroids of customers who'd been coming for decades. Everyone in town knew my family by name. They'd say things like, "Your folks work so hard," and "This place is your legacy. Kiddo, you're lucky." Lucky. That's the word people always use when they see a family business from the outside. They don't see what it's like inside. I don't remember a time when the restaurant wasn't the first priority. If the school called, we'll be there after lunch rush. If I had a recital, we'll try to make it. But if it's busy, you know how it is. If I was sick, can you at least sit in the booth and roll silverware? There was always a reason the restaurant needed us more than anything else. As I got older, that turned into a script that played on repeat. We all pitch in. We sacrifice for each other. You're part of this whether you like it or not. I started bussing tables before I was legally allowed to have a job. At first, I thought it was normal. I didn't know other kids weren't spending Thanksgiving refilling coffee for strangers while their teachers sat at other tables with their families. I'd watch my classmates at the same school, with the same teachers, but completely different lives. They'd talk about sports practice, sleepovers, vacations. I'd talk about burning my hand on the fryer. But I told myself, it's okay. This is temporary. You're helping now, and later you'll have your own life. Because in the background, there was always this one thing giving me hope. The college money. It wasn't something I invented. The adults talked about it. If my mother was freaking out about bills, my grandparents would say, "Don't worry, the college fund is separate. That's off limits." If I stressed over grades, someone would say, "You've got the fund, you'll be okay." They never gave me exact numbers, but it sounded like this invisible safety net with my name on it.